welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you very much for taking the time to click on this video. So, what is all of this about? Well, this is my 2019 resolution to myself to make a change in my life. About the channel name. Pretty jarring, maybe clickbaity, but it's really reflects a state of mind. About 3 years ago, I had a realization that in one of my darkest times, one of my most depressed moods, while thinking about the ultimate end, I realized that I had already started taking steps towards that end. While shoveling excessive amounts of food, just gorging myself, just, as much as I could, I realized that I was ultimately poisoning myself. I was ultimately making myself unhealthy, shortening my lifespan, and ultimately lowering my quality of life. A little bit about myself. So first off, my name is Matt. I'm 30 years old, going on 31 in March. I am about 5'10", 5'11". I weigh in excess of 400 pounds at the moment. I say in excess of 400 pounds because currently the bathroom scale only goes up to 400. Why YouTube, I guess, would be the next thing. The reason that I'm doing this, the reason I'm putting this out there on the internet is, yes, for accountability reasons and documentation, so I can, hopefully I can see the change as I progress. But I also want to find or make a community of individuals who are in similar, situations, similar positions, and also want to live a healthier lifestyle. And I want to reach out. I want to connect with those people. I want to hear your stories. I want to hear where you come from and the things that you've done or tried. And, I want to have that sort of sense of community where we all push each other to achieve our goals. The earliest that I can remember having a weight problem was probably back whenever I was 10 years old in the 5th grade. My parents had just started a daycare business, and they bought a swing set so that the kids would have something to play on when they came over. My father and I, we spent the better part of a weekend putting it together. When I say my father and I was probably more in the way than anything. And I remember we got to this point where there was the max weight, the max capacity that someone could be on it without damaging the swing set. My parents thought it would probably be best if me and my older brother, he's 2 years older than me, were to double check our weights and just make sure that we weren't going to hurt the swing set for the other kids. So me and my brother, we went over to my grandmother's. She lived right next door. She was the only one who had a scale, so it just made sense. So we go over there, and I remember the max capacity was 115 pounds. My brother's the first one to step up on the scale, and he weighs in, and it's 105 pounds. So then I remember it was my turn to get up there and get weighed. So I go to step up on the scale, and I remember seeing it was one of those dial ones, and I see it spin all the way up, and it stops right at 115 pounds. And at first, I remember being shocked that I outweighed my brother, who was 2 years older than me. I outweighed my big brother. And, but I still remember being happy, and I was like, oh, hey, I still get to play on the swing set with everyone. At which point, my grandma pointed out that it was a cheap bathroom scale, and it was 5 pounds off. So in actuality, I was a 120-pound 5th grader. That's the first time that I remember thinking, hey, this probably isn't, the normal. I seem to be bigger than everyone else around me. It was whenever I first started focusing on my weight and being different than those other people. When I was a kid, my favorite foods were macaroni and cheese and cheeseburgers, I don't think I ate a vegetable that I can remember, at least. Current lifestyle, current habits, and things like that. As far as it goes, pre 2019, I order pizza probably, 1 to 3 times a week. Um, I might put something up here to show what my typical order would be, but it was definitely a lot more than what one person should be eating. And then in between that, like heavy carbs, pastas, burgers, just anything with bread. Bread, as far as it goes, is my Achilles heel. I do work from home, so 40 hours a week. I don't go anywhere. I stay at home. My morning commute is from my bedroom to my office here. In addition, for the most part, I have my groceries delivered, so I don't really go out for that. All right, so home life, social life, I guess, at this point. My home life is basically the majority of what I do. I have picked up a new hobby here recently. I started 3D printing. I enjoy painting the models and things like that. I like playing video games with my online friends. I watch a considerable amount of YouTube. I'm on Netflix. I have cable TV. There's several TV shows that I follow and record. I got to have on my DVR and things like that. My social life, not as existent as I'd like it to be. As a lot of you may know, after you graduate high school, your friends kind of fall to the wayside as you pursue your career and your next objectives and things like that, and generally everyone just kind of grows apart. As far as it goes, I think I can count my friends on probably one hand, my actual, talk to, occasionally go out and do something with friends. As far as going out and doing something, it's generally going to be a movie or dinner or casual hangout, maybe play video games at someone's house, and that's it. I do at times avoid hanging out with my friends whenever they want to go do certain activities and things like that. One of the last times I actually went out and actually did something, had an adventure. Some of my friends took me to go see a waterfall here in Minnesota, and it was a very nice trip. It was very gorgeous to see, but it was physically, it was exhausting, and I was slowing them down, and I had to wait to climb up the stairs, and I was huffing and puffing, and I just felt so self-conscious of that I was impacting their time, that they weren't having fun because I was around. That it just became easier for me to avoid those situations unless I know what I'm going into, unless I can control that situation. Oftentimes I will come up with excuses, and I tend to avoid social activities like that. All of that, my current social life, or lack thereof, my home life, my just my goals and what's available to me. All of those are the reasons why I'm trying to go through these changes. I want to be fitter. I want to be able to go out and do things. I have aspirations. I want to go and travel the world. I've never left the country. I'd love to go see the sights and just see all there is to offer, this world has to offer. Romantically, I would like it if I had a romance life. That would be nice. Occasionally I will meet someone here or there, mostly online. We never have matching interests or things like that. Generally I date bigger ladies, and it tends to be that's kind of the only thing that we have in common. So it's vain, and people should like you for who you are, but there is an attraction aspect to that, and I'd like to be able to walk into a room and instead of people intentionally avoid looking at me for fear of staring, I'd like to turn a head or two, and I feel like that's something that a lot of people can relate to, hopefully. So to summarize, what is this? This is my channel. This is the start of my 2019 resolution to become a healthier person, to lose weight, and to achieve my goals. Why am I doing it? It's because I want to meet you guys. I want to talk to y'all. I want to have a community where we can all work together to accomplish our goals. How often? Hopefully, weekly I'll be posting these video updates and things like that. I do have time on my weekend in order to edit the videos and put them together. So I'll just take some snapshots here and there, and I'll see what I can put together at the end of the week. As far as it goes, I look forward to everything 2019 has to bring. Again, thanks for stopping by, and hopefully you'll follow me on my journey and you'll share your experiences with me as well. All right, so it's the 2nd of January. What steps have I already taken? The first, I fell off the wagon as far as my diet went. I woke up in the morning, I grabbed a big old bowl of leftover pasta and indulged. Spent the rest of the day feeling really bad about it. Today was my payday, which is always nice. So I went ahead and I enrolled in DDPY, and as far as that goes, for some of you who don't know, that's Diamond Dallas Page Yoga. And I picked it because of some of the inspirational videos that I had seen. He's worked with other individuals, other big guys such as myself, and helped them realize their changes, their goals that they wanted to hit. So I figured that this would be a good program for me to go along with. Again, if you haven't seen it, it's got these tiers as far as that goes, where it's beginner, intermediate, advanced, that sort of stuff. The beginning program, the beginning program where you could start, even has in-bed workouts. So as far as it goes, if you're watching this video, if you're in my shoes, like where I'm at, and you're looking for that that thing that fits your lifestyle, if that's you, I mean, if you're sitting in bed, just wondering how you can even start the change, maybe take a look at the DDPY and see if that fits into your lifestyle. I've done, for the last year, I've seen this, keto diet just blow up. Being that carbs are my biggest problem, being that breads and pastas and that sort of stuff is my big go-to, keto seems like it would address my poor diet. It would help me course correct for the last 30 years of abuse that I've put on my body. I don't know much, if anything, of keto, so hopefully you guys will follow along with me and learn with me. If you see me messing up, call me out in the comments. I'm sure a lot of you will, so thank you very much for that. But yeah, I went ahead and I've purchased a new scale that should accommodate my current weight, so I can actually start tracking from my actual starting point. I've purchased the blood testing strips in order to track my ketones. I've went ahead and I've done just the most basic that I could think of, shopping for just some keto foods that I could fit into my diet. As far as that goes, currently for the next 2 weeks, it's very basic keto stuff. Hopefully it fits the macros and that sort of thing into the keto diet. So I'm interested to actually start being able to test and to see how that works. I'm going to spend the upcoming couple of weeks here doing more dietary research so I can have a more broader like diet and not just the same meals day in and day out. But yeah, like until I get a chance to actually do that research, until I can have a meal plan and a grocery list and things like that, I figured I'd stick with, the basics as far as the keto diet goes. So this is just my starting point. This is day one for me. I'm going to do my best to link all of the, keto YouTube channels that I follow. I'm going to do my best to link the Diamond Dallas page, his channel, so that you can check into him, see if that program is right for you. But ultimately, I want you guys to come along with me. I want to see your progress. I want us to share, and I want us to correspond and really build that community. So with the new scale coming, I'm going to actually put out my first workout video, my first video on the road to progress. This one here is just a, hey, welcome to the channel sort of video. So you guys can expect that in the upcoming days, hopefully, as long as Amazon doesn't lose the package. I mean, they shouldn't. But yeah, so I've got that to look forward to. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to include a couple of body shots here, a couple of physical shots, just so that you guys see where I'm starting off at. For those of you who don't want to see that sort of stuff, by all means, feel free to just pause the video here and check the comments for any links that you're looking for. But again, thank you very much for stopping by, and I'll see you guys later. Bye. Again, thank you very much for clicking on this video. Hopefully you get a chance to check out the actual channel and everything. You're probably noticing the production quality isn't the best. As of right now, the filming setup is a selfie stick in a jar of peanuts with a cell phone on top. I'm using a end table lamp as a lighting source. It's probably going to be this sort of production quality for a while. I'm using the phone itself to actually edit the videos on. I do have a full-time job. I work 40 plus hours a week. I honestly can't thank you enough for clicking on the video and for having made it this far into it, for sure. I know a lot of it's been rambly, some of it's been repetitive. I'm going to be working on the production quality, moving forward, trying to make the videos at least more entertaining to watch. But again, thank you very much. I look forward to hearing from you.